Good morning, beautiful people. Well, it's morning for me. So today I am doing a Q&A vlog. So I put questions little thing on Instagram. I don't know what they're called. And so I'm gonna answer as many questions as possible during my day as I go on my day. So as I make my breakfast, the first question I'm going to answer is if I believe in God. So I actually grew up a Jehovah's Witness. My mum was actually a Jehovah's Witness, my dad never was, and so we did that up until I was like maybe 12 or 14. So we did the whole like no Christmases, no birthdays. So that's kind of like my childhood. And to be honest, I never really fully believed in it. So when we stopped, just wasn't interested in, I actually was very like, I'm atheist, like I'm not interested in religion. I think because it was pushed on me so much as a child, like I didn't get to make the choice. It was just like pushed on me. I felt very against any sort of religion. So I was like, I don't believe in God. Now that I've got like a bit more older, I have realized that I definitely believe in something bigger than myself, like a higher power. You know, like I believe in stuff like everything happens for a reason. The next question is if I'm still intermittent fasting. So it is currently 9 a.m. I've been up since 4 a.m. I did an early gym class this morning and I've been up quite early because Tim is actually starting work at 4 a.m. So he's getting up at like 10 past 3, which means I just like don't really get back to sleep and have like a good sleep. So with intermittent fasting, I actually did a blog post on this on my website, which I will link in the description bar, where I go into like the benefits, why I tried it. But basically, like anything in my life, I am not all or nothing. So just because I tried and I liked IF, like I'm not doing it every single day, but I do it intermittently. On days today, like I went, probably the last time I ate last night was 7 p.m. I have been fasting for 14 hours, which is still classified as intermittent fasting. So today I'm doing it, but for example, if it is like 6 a.m. and I am like extremely hungry, I will just eat. Like I listen to my body because it knows best. I have realized this. So I will just eat. Where some days I literally won't get hungry until 9 or 10. And so I'll do it that way. So yes. My breakfast today is this smoothie bowl. I don't want to tip it over. It's very full. I'm absolutely obsessed with smoothie bowls since it's getting warmer here in Australia. In this is frozen banana, avocado, protein, almond milk, some almond butter. I think that's about it. And like the avocado and then the frozen banana, like it's so creamy. And then the protein I always show you guys by Botanical Blends. Boring question, but would you recommend the Apple Watch? You guys have been asking me to do an Apple Watch review for so long and I honestly just keep forgetting. I got my Apple Watch. It's like got the silver band and I think it's like a series. It's the newest series. It's quite new. I got it for my birthday from Tim and I love mine. I use it to count my steps, to see my movement. I find it really good in regards to if I'm sitting on the computer doing work and then it vibrates, I can see, oh, you know, it's an email for so-and-so or a text from so-and-so and it's fine. Whereas if my phone vibrates, I like have this like compulsion to check it, and then usually once I'm on my phone, I'll start scrolling like Instagram or just basically get distracted. So I actually find the watch so amazing for not getting distracted. I think this one that I got is just under $1,000, so it's quite expensive. I know you can get them a lot cheaper. I think it was the band that was expensive, but for me, I wanted to wear the watch all the time, so I didn't want to have like a pretty dress on and then have this like rubber band, so that's why I got the silver. But personally, I use it and I love it. If I I wasn't that into fitness and health, I don't know if I'd use it as much though.
I seriously don't get it, guys. Like, these two sleep all night and then they just sleep all day on the floor while I'm doing my work. Tired all the time, hey.
So I'm just about to have lunch, but I thought I'd smash out a couple more questions. So next question is, what contraception do you use? So I get asked this so much because a lot of you guys know that I'm not on the pill, and I haven't been for like maybe 3 or 4 years. I got on the pill when I was 16, and then I got off again when I was like maybe like 19. It's a real personal decision, and I didn't like taking something that like isn't like altered my own hormones. It's like kind of gives you, it's like a fake period sort of thing. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable taking the pill. That is like my own personal reasons. I think you really, see, I kind of just don't want to say anything because I think you need to do your own research, talk to professionals, all that sort of jazz. We're very old fashioned. We will just use condoms, too much information. I just personally don't like taking the pill. I don't like something altering my hormones. It's taken me a long time to get my hormones balanced after going off the pill, and I'm glad I did it now. I know it's so different for everyone, so I'm not telling you to do either way. I'm just telling you my experience. Another question, if you could go back in time, would you have studied nutrition / exercise science, etc. over law? This is such a hard one because I'm such a big believer in everything happens for a reason. Like, I honestly believe my whole life, all the steps I've taken, my 6 years of studying law and then not practicing law, it was kind of meant to happen because, I don't know, like everything shapes you as a person and just shapes you to who you are. And I love my life right now. I'm in love with the person I am, and I'm so proud to say that. Everything that has happened has made me this person, if that makes sense. To be honest, like, if I kind of knew what I did now, I probably would have not studied law and gone into more like health and nutrition because that is like my absolute passion. But in saying that, I think everything happens for a reason, and I don't regret anything because, again, I have learned so many like other skills that I use in life from my law degree, from working in my law firm. All right, I'll just do one more and then I'm going to have something to eat because you girls hungry. Did you ever feel like you need to be single since you and Tim got together so young? Me and Tim have been together since I was 17. He was 21. Honestly, I have never wished that ever. Actually, not one time. Tim is like the most perfect human. Like, for me personally, you just cannot get better than him. And we are just like, I hate the word, like, I don't like using the word soulmates, to be honest, but like, he is my person and I don't need to be with him. I want to be with him. And I think that's a big difference. Is I could literally be single and be very independent. I'm a very independent person, but I would just never want that. And I also love that Tim has literally grown up with me. He's seen me like develop into the person I am today. Like, I just love that. He's been through so many milestones with me, and yeah, like, more time the better. I just love him, guys. So no, I do not wish that at all.
Are you hungry? You just sleep and eat. That's all you used to do. That's it. Come on.
So with my lunches at the moment, I'm quite busy with like my ebook launch and just life because life is busy, and I'm really into making 2 like dinners. Well, like, I make a dinner for me and Tim, and then like I make another serve for lunch for me the next day, and then I just heat it up, and it's usually meat and like a carb, and then I just make like a really quick fresh salad. And I've literally just been like in my salads just having like cucumber, just like really simple, really quick. So last night we just had this chicken. It has a bit of like soy sauce, like garlic and stuff on it. It's delicious. And then I've also got, this is actually a recipe from my ebook. It is, oh, get away fly. It is a vegan sweet potato bake. It's like, honestly guys, it's like nothing you ever tasted before. I like, when I concoct it up, I didn't really want to call it a potato bake because it's like no dairy. It is quite different, but oh, it is so good. And that's actually like, with my ebook, there's lots of just like really interesting side dishes, and it's just to like kind of spark a bit of like love for cooking and for food again. So I could have had like a really simple, just like mashed sweet potato side, or, you know, like something a bit boring, but like this side, the ingredients are like very limited, but it is so interesting and it's so good. Like, I'm excited to eat it. And that's kind of like all the recipes in the ebook. It's kind of like, that's what I want you guys to feel like, kind of like really excited. So yeah, just got my sweet potato chicken, and I'm gonna make a quick salad. It's so funny, you guys probably see, but like for some reason, I love this table. It's like quite a small coffee table, and for some reason, I love like sitting on the ground with this small table. I know it's very odd, but I thought I'd go through a couple more questions. Let me eat first. Guys, this vegan potato bake is like, oh my God, it's so funny because you guys know I'm not vegan, but I think like 80 to 90% of the recipes are like unintentionally vegan, because like I said, there are lots of like side dishes. I did in the way that if you just want to add meat or like add your protein, you would just do that. I know, I'm so excited for you guys to just try it, because yeah, it's amazing. This is one of my favorite recipes for sure. Isn't it, boys? It's delicious. Next question, what are your best tips for stopping sugar cravings? I think I actually have a whole video on sugar cravings that I did a while ago, so you can have a look at that. To be honest, like I don't really get bad sugar cravings like I did previously, and I think that's because I'm not restricting my food. Personally, for me, I get cravings when there is restriction and I'm like depriving myself. Also, if I am tired, you will find that when you are tired, your body is craving like energy, and sugar is like really fast, quick energy. If I notice I'm craving sugar, especially in the afternoon, for one, I always have my healthy treats, so I will eat sugar. And then two, I make sure that night I try and get an hour more of sleep, because it's my body telling me that I'm tired, I need more sleep, I need more energy. For me personally, I usually satisfy that sugar craving because I feel like my body's not doing it for nothing. I prefer to eat my healthy alternative. That's obviously a signal my body is giving myself. So I think to myself, oh, am I tired? I probably need to get more sleep. Have I been restricting or depriving myself? And I just have like, I don't know, a bit of a think, and I just like sort of connect back to my body and think what it could be and adjust from there. Here's a good one. How did you come up with the recipes in your ebook? A lot of these recipes are from when I grew up. My mum actually, before it was like in to be like healthy, I actually grew up very healthy with my mum already doing stuff like using honey for a sweetener instead of sugar and different stuff like for that. So a lot of the recipes I kind of grew up on, like I've tweaked from my mum. Otherwise, it's usually me wanting something. So for example, I made these most delicious cookies, and so it's from me looking at a cookie recipe, and then I just tweak and replace stuff. A couple of videos ago I showed you like my health swaps. So for example, flour, I use like almond flour, and I use different sweeteners, and I know that like, you know, dates can make things sweeter instead of using white sugar. So I usually just like tweak the recipe, make the swaps, and then I try the recipe, and then I usually have to adjust it like, you know, a good couple of times. One of the recipes in my ebook, I literally tried it, I swear, like 16 times and then finally got it perfect. But it's just like, yeah, doing that, and then over the years tweaking it, using different flavors, using foods that I know are going to nourish my body and just be like more nutrient dense, rather than like kind of like food that just is less nutrient dense. Another one, how did you get your period back? P.S. You're my biggest role models. Oh my God, I love you guys. Now looking back, it was a process of stop restricting, stop depriving, eating enough food, getting to a more stable weight, not exercising as much, and also getting my hormones balanced. So I saw my naturopath. And then lastly, what really tipped it and got my period back and regular was getting acupuncture, which I think was a lot to do with evening like my stress levels and also hormones. So honestly, it's going to be so different for everyone. Whoa.
Who's that? Who's that? Hello.
Hello.
I'm actually running to my naturopath. I've just got to pick up some supplements because I am low in B12. So I actually decided I'm gonna wrap this vlog up now just because I know it will be quite long already, but I have so many questions left over from my little Instagram question thing. So I think the next vlog I'll do the same sort of thing, like day in the life, my normal sort of workout and stuff, and I'll answer like as much as I can the rest of them. So anyway, I hope you have a lovely day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.